All right. We are up and running. I hope. I am using a new program to go live. So let's see. Okay, we've got, and I apologize, I have a viewer, but I don't have a translator on this thing. So I'm not sure if you're asking a question or what, but welcome. So today, and if you cannot hear me, please let me know. Oh, yeah, I think I should be good. I think I tested out everything, so it should be good. So today's a welcome. So glad you're here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I am Sarah. I'm a registered dietitian with a master's degree in human nutrition, and I'm also a mom to two boys, to two toddlers. I got a 3-year-old and I have a 1-year-old. And actually, he's like 1.5 years old, so he's going on 2. It's crazy to think. So anyway, I kind of wanted to do this Q&A style, just for you guys to kind of get to know me a little bit better, kind of get more into my life as a working mom away from the home. So hopefully you guys will just like the interaction today and these videos. So, and then if you're watching this live, awesome, this is great. Please ask any questions, off to the side. And then if you're watching the replay of this, pop some comments down below. That I would love to hear from you guys and hear your thoughts and get to know you guys better too. So my first question is, don't you miss them so much? And yes, I do. This is going away, leaving. So I will say, first off, is with my firstborn child, like dropping him off at daycare for the first time was just a nightmare. It was the worst thing ever, just having to leave. I'm not even using my right camera, you guys. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can change the camera. I am so sorry. This is what happens when you try something new. Let me see what happens here. Here we go. I don't know if the quality is going to be any better. There we go. And let me change to the microphone. Test. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Hopefully you can hear me okay and you can see me okay. Okay, that's a little bit better quality. Geez Louise here, Sarah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so dropping my firstborn off at daycare, like my heart like exploded out of my body. Like I just sobbed. I like handed off my baby to the teacher, and it was like a part of my body was like ripped out of me or ripped away from me. Like my soul just like sunk and broke. And it was just, heartbreaking. It was terrible. So I will say the second time around was not as bad because I kind of got the gist of it. And I stayed home actually for my firstborn. I only stayed home for 8 weeks, I think. So he started daycare at 8 weeks old. And then my second born started daycare at 12 weeks. So I had more time with him. So anyway, so that was like, it is hard. It's absolutely hard. Like I wish I could kind of find a balance, like do like work part-time. That would be ideal. Like work, I don't know. My ideal would be like 3 days a week and stay home like 2 days a week. Sorry, I'm like trying to fix my hair. It's like, so anyway, that would be like my ideal like situation. So I can like stay home for a little bit with them and just like have time with them and like watch them grow up and all of that. So that would be ideal. But anyway, to answer the question, I do miss them a lot. So anyway, but like getting home to them, like after work, seeing their faces for the first time, like them running up to me, like with their arms open and be like, mama, like that is actually like, it's just something I look forward to every day. And it's such a, like, it fills me up. So there's definitely, I guess, there's like pros and cons to it all. So, so anyway, there's like good and bad to both sides of it. All right. So another question is like how do I do it all? Um, I mean, thankfully I have a husband that helps out a ton and he actually works from home. So he like helps a ton with like the cooking and some like cleanup and stuff. And like I drop off the kids at daycare, like he will pick them up. So it's definitely something that like I don't know how I don't know how single moms do it, especially single moms who work from home. Like I don't know how they do it. It's just crazy to me. So thankfully I have like a partner in crime that helps out a lot. So but it's just like it's a balance, you know. Again, it's just like a team effort between the two of us. So anyway, I'm so thankful that I have someone to help out with, and I have in-laws that help as well if needed. So yeah, and thankfully, like the daycare's open from they open at 7 a.m. and then they close at 6 p.m. So like, you know, they're there practically all day, you know, and they're amazing teachers, amazing staff that really take good care of them. They're getting a great life there, and they're learning so much and everything. So anyway, that's like, yeah, I don't know if that really answers the question, but it's a team effort ultimately, really. It's a team effort. If you don't have a partner to help you, it's just so very difficult. So very difficult. So another question is, did my mom work as well? And I didn't realize, like, I'm looking at the screen. I don't know if I like this program. There's like a whole bunch of crap all over it. I don't know if I can like get rid of it. No, I don't think so. I don't like this app. I think I'm just going to use the regular YouTube app next time. Yeah, I can't get rid of it, I don't think. So anyway, StreamYard. This is not an ad for StreamYard, but this is what I'm using, the free version. So this is what you get with the free version. Oh my goodness. So anyway, did my mom work? Actually, like she had a few odd jobs like growing up. Like I know she worked at a grocery store. Like that's the one thing that I remember doing. I don't know if she did anything else, but mostly like she was just a stay-at-home mom. So quite different, like contrast between her and I for sure. So what happens if my kids get sick? Yeah, that's a good question. So if my kids get sick, so again, it's like a team effort. So I thankfully have like a lot of like I get paid time off. So and my work is sort of flexible, I guess. So if I had to leave to go pick up my kid, I could do that and or stay at home, just call in sick basically and stay home with my kids. And then on the other end of it is like my husband too. Like he a lot of times will stay at home too. So we both have like really flexible jobs that can allow us to do that. So it's really easy. Now, in some cases, like I've had like my in-laws help out too, just depending on like the work situation. Like if we're super short staffed at my work, then I will try to find like help. But we've never actually had to have like any babysitter come to the home. We've never hired any babysitters or anything. So between me and my husband and my in-laws, like we've thankfully been able to like juggle it all whenever we've had to like stay at home. And that includes like just like with the daycare closing, like snow days and that type of thing. All of that's really included in that. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just checking to make sure there's no comments. Okay. So again, if you can't hear me, I hope you can hear me. Yeah. Okay, so going on to the next question, and thanks for bearing with me through this chaos. So what do we do about dinner? So in my other YouTube videos, I've kind of mentioned that I am not like a great cook at all. Like I'm a dietitian, but I don't cook. Like I mean, I can cook like really basic things. That's about it. That's all you're going to get from me. So anyway, again, thankfully my husband, he's like an amazing cook, and he has been like cooking a lot of our meals. So that's like not something that I have to worry about. Otherwise, like if it were me, I probably would utilize our crock pot a lot more often than we do. So definitely the crock pot is something I would utilize. And then I probably would do takeout once in a while too, because again, I'm just not a good cook. And like the timing, like I get home basically at 6 o'clock. And again, my husband is picking up the kids. So like before he gets the kids, he'll prep dinner and get dinner ready, go pick up the kids, come home and like finish it off. And by the time I'm home, we're all home at the same time. Like I'll just like watch the kids or take care of the kids and that type of thing, until he's finished prepping the meal for the night. So I am like so thankful. The other thing I probably would do is those friggin' meal subscriptions that are out there, because even though they're kind of expensive, like the convenience and the quality, I mean, it is so worth it for sure. So that's kind of where we're at as far as like meals go and everything. And again, I'm not afraid. If you guys seen my other videos, I have a video about like what I feed my kids. I'm not afraid to pop in a frozen pizza into, the oven or some chicken nuggets or something like that. Like, me. I mean, you have to balance it out. You convenience, and then add in a little bit of nutritious foods. Like we'll do frozen broccoli a lot, or other frozen veggies. That's, or fruit. We'll add fruit, of course, but like you got to make it simple and make it easy for yourself. Okay. So one of the things is, questions is, it must be nice to get away. So that's one thing, I guess, like for me, like I do have, again, and pros and cons to both stay-at-home mom versus like a working away from home mom. Like for me, like I do get time at home with my kids. But I do get to like detach from the mom life and go be in an adult environment and be an adult, talk to adults, most of the day, where if you're a stay-at-home mom, like you don't get that. Like you're home with kids, talking to kids all day, every day. And so I'm kind of thankful I do have the ability to do that. So I have like my family life and then my working life. So anyway, I do, and the other part of it is like, I have a career job. I'm a dietitian. So I get to go and like utilize my brain a little bit, not to say that stay-at-home moms don't, but I have like, a task, a to-do list at work. I have tasks to do, a job, obviously, that needs to get done. So again, like I just detach from my home life, from my kids, and then go and do that. So I just use a different part of my brain, I guess, in a way, part of my life. So yeah, I get the opportunity to do that, which, again, pros and cons, but for me, it's fulfilling, and I do like to get away and use my noggin a little bit, and kind of switch my life up a little bit, if that makes any sense. So it keeps life exciting in a way. Just doing different things, again, achieving different goals. Using your skills, your brain, your, communication and all of that stuff. Like, I get to change it up. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling there, but, so another question is, do I have to work, or do I just want to? So it's funny, like I go back and forth on this. Like I'll kind of crack jokes to my husband, like, oh, I could be a stay-at-home mom, or, oh, if I, would be able to stay at home or not have to work, I could do this, and this at home, but I have to get away for 10 hours a day and go work. So I can't get all that stuff done. But yeah, it's a weird question. Do I have to work, or do you just want to? So yeah, I think the other thing is like part of our goals, like financial goals. We want to retire early. We want to maybe buy a second home, a cottage up north in Michigan. We live in Michigan, so up north is northern Michigan. Or maybe a second home, or upgrade our home, that type of thing. We also want to support our kids financially as best we can, especially if they go to college. We want to help with that and their retirement as well. So it's kind of like I have to work in order to achieve those goals, to be financially sound and financially free. I have the ability to go to the store. I can buy whatever I want. Now, I'm not saying like I buy the most expensive items on the shelf, but like if there's a particular item that I want, if it's organic or not, or whatever the case is, like I don't have to necessarily worry about like our finances to buy that. Again, I'm not saying like, oh, I just buy whatever and I'm a shopaholic or whatever. No, like I don't spend a ton of money, but I have the ability to buy some of the necessities that we need. And then, like I said, like if there's something special I want to buy, like I can do that. So having that financial freedom, I think with having the dual income between my husband and myself is just really, there's a security with that. So if I didn't work, we would not be able to do that. So, the other thing is too, like I do, again, like I said, I kind of already mentioned this. I do like to work. Like I like getting away, detaching, going, interacting with other people, my coworkers, working as a team, being able to work independently as well with my job. Like I get both of that. I do like being able to do that. And again, like work using my brain, using my like my degree that I've earned, that I paid a lot of money to. I'm sure there's moms out there who have went to school and like are just sitting at home, being a stay-at-home mom, not necessarily utilizing their degree that they invested in. So, which is something that that for me, I couldn't do that. And the other thing is too, like my parents always pushed me to like go to school, get your degree, go to school, get your degree. So, and they supported me so much with that, like even financially. I'm so thankful that I was able to go to school, not have to worry about paying, the tuition and that type of thing. And, just being able to get my education and getting that encouragement from my parents, like that is like priceless. So I'm so thankful they pushed me to get my degree. Because now that I have it, and I have my master's degree now too, like I have more career options and that type of thing. And I'm able to support me and my family foremost than myself, of course, my kids. And again, we just have the ability to do things, since we're in a good financial situation. So yeah, so it's a little bit of both. Now, I do dream of like being a stay-at-home mom or, staying home part-time or whatever, and just like thinking about all the things that I could do. Like I did stay at home during COVID for like 2.5 months roughly, because our daycare shut down and I had to take leave for that. And that was just awesome. So I was home with my kids. So I got a little taste of the stay-at-home mom life, basically is what I'm saying. So I got to do that. I took my kids. It was like during like spring, summer. So it was like nice weather. I took them to the playground. I took them to the beach. We just hung out. Like it was so much fun. So I did get a little taste of that. And I do like look back thinking, oh, that would be great to be able to do that like all the time. But if you guys are liking what you're hearing so far, please hit the like button down below. And if you have any questions too, or if you're a stay-at-home mom or if you're a working mom, please let me know down below. I'd like to hear from you and learn more about you guys. So please comment down below. Okay. So what made me decide to go back to work? Again, I had a career, like it wasn't really like a question. It was just something I knew I was going to do after I was home with, my newborns or whatever. So I didn't like stay at home for an extended period of time and then think, okay, I got to go back to work. No, like I knew ahead of time, like I'm going to be taking, 6 or 8 weeks off, then the second time around 12 weeks off, and then I will be returning to work. So, yeah, again, we have to make the money. We have to support our family. We need the dual income to meet our needs, our goals in life. So yeah, not a question there. So, all right. So isn't it so hard? I kind of already answered that. I don't think I'm going to answer that again. It's not necessarily hard. I guess for me, the hardest part is I don't get a lot of time for myself. because like I literally wake up in the morning, like 6:30. Well, whenever my firstborn wakes up, like I'll nurse him and then like get them ready, breakfast, get dressed, get myself ready really quick. And then I take the daycare, go to work, there's a little commute to work, and then come home. So I'm literally away from home for like 10 plus hours. So then I come home at 6, my kids are getting home, and then like back to the evening dinner, baths, getting ready for bed, all that stuff. So like that's the hardest part, is like finding time for myself, to like exercise, just to do some things like that I want to do, like YouTube, for example. Like it's really, really hard to find time. But like today's Monday. I worked on Saturday, so I got today off. So I'm fine. I do get to find some time to like do things like this, for example, this live video. But otherwise, yeah, if I didn't take time off, like intentional time off from work, I wouldn't be able to do like some of the extracurricular or like hobbies that I like to do. So that is the hardest part. I don't get a lot of me time, which, it is what it is right now, this season of life. I'm okay with it. But anyway, yeah, so that it is hard. I think that's the hardest part, to it all. Now, my goal is to find maybe like I know that, remote work is like becoming like a big thing now. So there's a lot more jobs in my field that are popping up for people that want to work from home. So my husband works from home right now. And he has been for a long time, since COVID. But so now is my turn. Like I want to also be able to work from home, because if I could, I think I'd get some more time to do more things for myself. So anyway, will I need to leave early then? I don't even know what that question is. Will you need to leave early then from work? I have had to leave early from work. Again, it's pretty flexible. So I do, if I have to leave early, like I just schedule it in advance and leave early. And again, like I have the ability to do that with my job. So yeah, like if I have to leave early for whatever reason, I can do that. So I'm thankful for that. Oh, that's so funny. Why I already kind of talked about, well, this is a good segue, I guess. Why don't you put them to bed earlier so you have more time for yourself? That's a great question that I can't answer. It's funny. We were just with friends yesterday, and their little one goes to bed. I think she's like 4 years old. She goes to bed at 7:30-ish. And I'm like, holy smokes. My kids friggin' don't go to bed till like 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's terrible. And my kids are younger. Like, I don't know what we're doing wrong, but I mean, maybe they nap more during the day at school. I don't know. But anyway, they used to go to bed at like 8-ish when they were younger, but like, I don't know. They just, that's the time they like wind down, they get tired, they get sleepy. So that's around the time they go to bed. So after they go to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, that's when like I literally have to just like get my lunch ready for the next day, get their crap ready for school. And then I have to, shower, get myself ready to bed. And I'm exhausted by that point. So at this point in time, there's no way that they're going to be going to bed earlier. There's just no way that that's going to be happening. So, again, maybe down the road, maybe that will happen. But that's a great question. And maybe that's just something I have to force upon them. Go in your room, go to sleep, shut the door. I don't think that's going to go over very well, but, yeah, so that would be, I guess that's something we'll have to work on. The other thing too is like I would have Tuesdays and Thursday nights. I have to get back to this where like my husband would watch the kids and stuff so I can like work out. But I've gotten away from that. We've just been so busy with everything, and I've gotten away from it. But I gotta go back to that because it's just a matter of like routine, sticking to it, no excuses, and sucking it up, whether it's my husband or myself. My husband needs free time too. So we just try to balance it out, tag team, that type of thing. So have I ever had to bring my kids to work? No, and they're not even allowed to be at my work. I work in a hospital. How could I bring them to work? There's no freaking way. That would be insanity. Not only, Yeah, there's just no way. I don't do does anyone else has anyone else brought their kids to work? I'd like to know that. Like, and how did that work out? Oh my gosh. Did you just set them in the corner in your office or something and let them play or do I don't know. I have no idea how that would work. Why did I have kids in the first place? Oh my gosh. That's a that's kind of like a sad question. It's like, why did you have kids in the first place? No, I mean, for us, like we've wanted kids, like we knew like that we were going to have our careers and work and that type of thing. So, I would never trade that for the world. Like for work, no, I don't care what kind of job I was doing. I would still want kids. I mean, again, it's hard to have to leave them at school or daycare or whatever, but it's still, they bring so much joy to my life, to our lives. So I would not trade that for the world. Like, no way. Um, yeah, I would not change that. So, and it's just, like, ahead of time, that it's going to be hard. You're going to have to be a team player. You're going to have to find ways, if you need to, find a sitter, that type of thing, or help. If you don't have a significant other, that's what I mean. Like, you'll have to find that help elsewhere. If you have a partner in crime, that's great. That, you guys can both work together to accomplish everything you want to do in life, even though it's not, I mean, it's harder, but it's just different. It's just a different way of juggling life and living life with kids. So do I have access to childcare? I already mentioned that. Yes, I do. We would either have to hire somebody, or again, daycare. Now I will say that daycare is very expensive. It is literally actually it's more than a second mortgage. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is so expensive, but thankfully, like, our income is high enough to where it's not like we're balancing it out. Like, no, our income we're still making more money than having to pay for childcare. It's not like we're breaking even or anything like that, or we're losing money. But I will say daycare is very expensive. So thankfully, again, we have the income to do that. I don't know, again, if we didn't have that, I guess we would just have to hire a sitter or a nanny or whatever. So do your kids, like, again, if you're a working mom, what do you guys do for childcare? Do you take them to daycare? Do you have someone that comes to the home? Do you have family that helps? I know people like have a mix of all of that. Actually, I didn't mention that. We do daycare 4 days a week. And then 1 day a week, our in-laws watch our kids. So it's kind of nice for them. They get the balance of like being at daycare and then spending time with their grandma and grandpa. Do you and your husband ever get any alone time? Very rarely. Like, we have to be very intentional. That's actually one of our biggest struggles is spending time together. We like to watch TV, like some shows, like we don't get a lot of time for that, but that's one of the things we like to do together. But otherwise, like, we just have to like have our in-laws watch them. That's usually where we go. Again, we've never used a babysitter. I feel like we're going to get to a point where we might have to do that if we want to have more like alone time, like date nights. And like, I wish we could do this like at least twice a month, just have like a night, like a Friday night where the kids are staying away and we can just hang out and not have to worry about the kids, can kind of sleep in a little bit. That would be like awesome. So it's just something we have to be intentional on. And like I said, if we have to hire somebody to do that more often, I think we should probably pursue that. But at this point in time, our in-laws are amazing and they will watch them and actually have them spend the night once in a while too. So that's very, very nice, but it is hard. We don't get as much alone time as we probably need. Yeah. Okay. Just a few more questions. Aren't you worried about missing out? Kind of. Yes, I am. Actually, that is one of the biggest things. Like, thankfully, like our daycare, they take pictures throughout the day and post them at the end of the day. So I get to go through them and see my kids having fun, learning new things. And so that is definitely like, I'm happy about that. And then like I do, like, part of me is like, yeah, I wish I could like raise them myself, because I feel like the teachers are basically raising my kids in a way. But like I said, the teachers at their daycare are just like, they're spectacular. Like, my kids, honestly, they're learning way more than they would if they were staying at home with me. I'm not going to lie. Like they're doing so many hands-on activities. It's just, and it's amazing. Like, honestly, like my kids are smart because of daycare. I'm not going to lie. We don't have anything to do with that as parents. No. But yeah, so it's like, again, it's a balance. So I'm kind of thankful they get that part of it. They get interaction with other kids. So they're socialized. They're learning to share things, share toys, communicate, share their feelings and emotions with other kids that are not like their family or anything. And again, they're learning all these amazing new things and skills and even languages like Spanish and sign language and stuff like that. Like I said, they wouldn't get that at home. So to me, that, that's such a huge positive thing that I'm like I'm so happy. It makes me just feel a little bit better about the situation. Although, even though I would love to like have them with me all day, every day, and I do get to miss out a little bit on that. Like I don't get to just sit there like a fly in the wall and watch my kids learn and grow and that type of thing. So I do miss out on that. But the cool thing is about it all is that like when they get home, like they'll say a new word or tell me about their day, or sing a new song or something like that, that I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's new, like you learned that. Like it makes every day like an exciting time for me because like they surprise me every day with something new that they learned or that they've achieved and that type of thing, the milestones. So even though I'm not like there every minute, like I still get to like get excitement and joy out of it when my kids, share what they've learned and share their life and their days with me in that way. So it brings me a lot of joy and happiness, when I get home from work. And like I said, when they share what they did that day. And it just kind of gets me more into their daily life and that type of thing. And just brings me a lot of joy too. So anyway, and then I do get to spend like obviously in the mornings and the evenings and weekends and holidays, like we get to obviously spend a lot of time together. So it's not as much time as I would love. Again, like if I could spend every moment a day, that would be awesome. But again, pros and cons to it all. And I already answered this last question. Don't you worry that someone else is raising your kids? Yeah, I do. I mean, again, like it's weird to think like these teachers are having, like they spend so much time with my kids, more time than me during the day. And they are basically raising them. But praise God that like my kids have amazing teachers. Like I said, they're just such a blessing and they're so good. What they're working on with them is just like, again, more than what like I could offer my kids, if that makes any sense. So not to say again, like stay-at-home moms, like they don't know what they're doing. No, like you're doing what's best for your child and you're meeting their needs and whatnot. But like I said, like I just feel like if I were a stay-at-home mom, like I just feel like they would not be learning as much. Even though I'm sure I would try my best to like incorporate educational things into their day. Our routine would just be different. So I just can't. I guess that's something that if I were a stay-at-home mom, I'd have to figure all that out. But anyway, and if you are a stay-at-home mom, what do you do? What do you do to like educate your kids and that type of thing? I'd be curious to know. But yeah, so again, like I'm just so thankful they have great teachers and they're learning so much. It makes such a huge difference. They're teaching them emotional skills and like I said, communication, independence, like they're like toddlers, but they're learning all of these things. So, again, the socialization aspect with them interacting with the other kids, it's like priceless to me. So I think my kids, like with all of that being said, like I think my kids just get a good balance in life. Like they get their parents, they get their grandparents, then they get their teachers and, other children that go to daycare with them. So they're interacting with so many different people throughout the day and throughout the week or whatever, that I feel like, I hope at least, that they're going to be well-rounded kiddos when they grow up and throughout life. And hopefully these experiences will impact them down the road when they're adults. So I think I'm going to like kind of leave it at this, but it's, hopefully you guys learned a little bit about me and, what it's like to be a full-time working mom, kind of some of the struggles I experience and some of the things that, I go through, being a working mom and just the struggles with having to leave my kids at daycare. But in the end, like I said, it's just a balance, and everyone's in a different stage in life, and a different season of life. We're all just different, and that's okay. So anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, if you have any comments or questions or anything, please comment down below. I really appreciate anyone who is watching or who's watching the replay of this video. Awesome to have you here as always. If you're new and you like the motherhood content and nutrition, because again, I'm a dietitian, so I do mix in some nutrition stuff. If you're into all of that stuff, please subscribe to my channel. And I just love to grow this community of awesome people and get to know you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast, and I hope you guys have a great day. As always, stay cool, be strong, as I'm almost going to knock over my coffee. And I'll see you guys again next time. All right, bye.